Hey everyone, this is Stevie here, and today we are going to be using the circular pattern tool. Now, this was something that eluded me at first when I started learning this program, but I've since found it's super helpful to use. So, what we need to do is draw this whole object, and I personally don't want to draw each of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 limbs individually. Limbs. And, sorry, I said that weird. But it would take forever to do that, right? So what we're going to do is use the circular pattern tool. So let's get to it. First, let's draw these two circles, one of diameter 150 millimeters and the other of 180 millimeters. We'll create a sketch, and then we'll select our center point circle tool and type out 150, press enter. I'm going to scroll out a bit, and then type in 180 and press enter. Now, we are going to draw a line, a construction line, straight up, and we're going to make it 164 millimeters long. Now, the point for that is that will give us the center point of these circles right here. Now, from there, we can then do everything else based off of that dimension, because you see, we don't really know the length of this, we don't really know anything else like that. We know the diameter of this outer circle, but it's all based off of where the position of this is. So let's type out 164 millimeters in a construction line right here, so that way it doesn't impact our sketch. Just 164, and press enter. Now we need to put a circle of diameter 60 millimeters here. So we'll type out 60, and I gotta turn off my construction line here because I actually want to use that circle. So we'll turn that off and press enter. The next thing we see is another circle around here of 100, or actually not 150, but I mean a radius of 45, which means the diameter is 90. Now, you're asking where's the second circle on the inside here that, we can finish this whole thing off with? Well, that's just this circle here. So we just need to draw out our second circle of radius 45 or diameter of 90. So we'll type out 90 and press enter. Now, what's this radius for? 164? What's that mean? Well, if you look at it, what's going to happen is these are not cut perfectly straight across. So what's happening is I'm assuming they used a circle, brought it out to here, and then that circle has a diameter of 328 millimeters, and that's what's causing these cuts, because you see they're angled a little bit. So we're going to do that. So we'll type out a circle of 164 times 2 and press enter. Now, to clean this up a bit so that it looks like this, we're going to go to our trim tool. We don't need this anymore. We also don't need this anymore. However, we do need this inside circle. But you can see there is still more lines in it, so we're going to delete those as well using our trim tool. I'm going to hit escape, and then since we aren't going to be changing anything, this is just for the sake of demonstrating how to use the circular pattern tool, I'm going to delete these dimensions too by just pressing the delete key on them. Now, I don't recommend this for normal use, but I'm just doing it so that it's not so cluttered for you guys. Finally, we see here that we have these two legs. Now, we know the width of it is 30 millimeters, and we could draw a rectangle, but then you have to trim some more, and you have to make sure that both sides hit this arc. It's just not very convenient. So what we're going to do is draw two separate lines, and then we're going to dimensionalize them based off of this construction line right here. So we're going to just draw anywhere on this and make sure that it's just tangent or perpendicular to the y-plane here, or this line here. So basically, we have these two lines. Now, obviously, they're a bit thicker than these. So what we're going to do is press D, and that allows us to choose our Dimensionalize, or our dimensional tool. So that's going to allow us to dimensionalize these, and we're going to type in 15 millimeters and press enter. We're going to do the exact same thing over there. And what you do is you select this, and then you select that, and it gives you the perpendicular distance between the two. So we'll type out 15 and press enter. Now we can hit escape, and I'm just going to delete those dimensions so that they're not in our way. Oops, there we go. And now I just want to trim this, because if you see here, there's no line here. So we're going to go to our trim tool, and we're just going to delete that and hit escape. Now, that looks pretty close. The only thing is, there's only 1 instead of 6. So what we're going to do is go into the Create tab and go down to our Circular Pattern tool. Now, if you see, the description says it duplicates selected sketches in an arc or a circular pattern. So we're going to have to select what we want to replicate by highlighting it. Well, of course it didn't select these two. But then we're going to choose our center point. And once we choose our center point, you'll see that it automatically puts them in. Now, what you'll notice with this tool, when you type in a number, so like 3, it's 3 including the original. So whenever it's copying, it's not going to give you, if you type in 3, it's not going to give you 4, which would be 3 plus the original. It's actually just going to give you the total amount that you type in. So we're going to type in 6, and we're going to press Enter. Now finally, we need to get rid of the little line in here because those don't have lines. So we'll just go to the Trim tool, and we'll just get rid of these manually. They're not that hard to work with now that we've got everything else done. And just like that, we have the exact sketch that we have right here. It was pretty easy, I think, especially when we get to use our circular pattern tool. It makes things so much nicer, because imagine if you were trying to draw each one of these at a 30-degree angle from each of these axes. That would just be torturous and it would take forever. And this only took a couple minutes. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment down below what you'd like to see next, or if you have any questions, let me know and I can try to help you out with them. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.